got to go to Corey Seager.
So the Dodgers go back to the home that Corey Seager built, and Corey now works there. So it's a fun and exciting time to have a bit of a reunion there in Texas, and it doesn't hurt that. I mean, it hurts Dodger fans that Corey Seager is one of the best players in the game right now.
It does. And look, Corey Seager's been phenomenal this season, hitting 346, a 179 weighted runs created plus, 14 home runs. We've always known offensively he's been great. I mean, this is a guy that, as long as he's healthy, he's on the field, he's going to be one of the better offensive players in the sport. Yeah. That's why he got a $325 million deal. The Dodgers, they wanted Corey Seager. There's a big difference between Corey Seager and Trey Turner. Dodgers, they didn't want Trey Turner. The Dodgers, they didn't negotiate for Trey Turner. Corey Seager, though, they offered him almost $300 million. That contract had a lot of deferred money, kind of like Mookie Betts' deal. But you know what? It took $325 million in Texas. You'd have to offer like $600 million with the Dodgers to get him to consider that deal. To me, look, it's like your high school sweetheart. You had a great relationship, and you just kind of move both ways. You're still happy for him. You're glad they're thriving, but it just was never going to happen with Corey Seager and the Dodgers, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I've said it on this show a few times in recent weeks, and over time, I think fans, I think we will all, I know I will look back on him walking and then letting him walk. I'll look back on it with the same pain and disdain that I felt in 2005 when I saw Adrian Beltre suiting up for the Seattle Mariners. Granted, Corey did a lot more in his time for the Dodgers than Belly, the original Belly, had done at that time. Or up to that point in his career, but he was also coming off a 48 home run season, 140 RBI,
OPS
whatever.
Over 1,000.
OPS
should have won the
over
MVP.
Should have been the MVP, but you got old Roydie Berry picking up his seventh or whatever the hell it was, seventh and final or whatever the number is. But you look back at that, you let a Hall of Famer walk. You go down the road 6, 7, 8 years, maybe Corey Seager's a Hall of Famer, and he's going to be wearing that Rangers hat by that point.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a tough pill to swallow. I'm with you. I'm a guy who loved Adrian Beltre. He was my favorite player at one point. It stings the fact that he has a Hall of Fame career. He's a Ranger in the Hall of Fame. And Corey Seager's a guy you drafted. He's a guy that was developed, and he comes up, he wins Rookie of the Year, and he gets the Dodgers to the promised land. I'll never forget that he was the guy who could have hit in the postseason. He was the guy who was hitting just over 200. Then he goes off in the NLCS and the World Series without Corey Seager.
He found the switch for God mode. And,
absolutely, yeah. Turned to God mode for sure, 100%. And he got himself a big bag. I still think, though, when you look at the contract as a whole, that's a lot of years for a guy that's dealt with injuries. That's a lot of years for a guy that most likely is going to slide over to third base.
And where's the problem in that?
There's no problem in that.
It's
and
like,
I think
that he had so much opportunity, or they had opportunity where it could have been, hey, after, and again, the reason the Dodgers have Freddie Freeman is because they did not sign Corey Seager. But I imagine a world where both are on the team and Corey's sliding over to first base after Freddie's contract as a 35-year-old Corey Seager, whatever I don't know, I don't know math. I'm not a math boy here, but Cal Ripken wasn't a shortstop for his entire career. He moved over and had a heck of a career as a third baseman at the end, tail end of it with the Orioles, and it wasn't going to be Corey at short for the rest of his life. But he wasn't going to be a major problem in 8 years.
And he was never going to hang his...
And his bat will always play.
Exactly.
I don't care what people say. His bat will always play. Maybe he might. He's never been a fast guy. Like, he's always profiled. His swing will not change from now to 8 years.
Still has one of the best.
I'm ready to eat my words on it, but I feel
still has one of the best hit tools. If you look at all the
too.
projections, by the way, I will point out, I did a whole video before the season about the rules, and we talked about how Corey Seager was going to have the best year, as how far he was going to benefit from the new rules and the restriction on the shift, and he's been absolutely eating. If you look at hard contact, if you look at his barrel rates, this guy's one of the best in the league. Still has one of the best hit tools in the league, and also defensively, he's not half bad. He's around league average. So, yeah, that's not his fault. But I still think, look, it just felt like he wanted a new chapter. He wanted to start his own legacy in Texas. He wanted to go with that Rangers team. If the Dodgers offered him the equivalent money-wise, do the Dodgers really get their first big-time Scott Boras client in the modern era? I still have my doubts. I think the Dodgers were always thinking big picture. And look at what your consolation prize was. You get Freddie Freeman, who takes a backseat to no one. So
it's insane.
They're fine. It does hurt. It's always going to sting, especially watching him play in that stadium, in that ballpark where the Dodgers won the World Series in 2020.
I was going to say, I can understand why other team fan bases hate Dodgers and hate the Dodgers, hate Dodger fans because your consolation prize was Freddie Freeman. Tough.
Exactly.
Noah, what you got for me before we get the hell out of here?
Stop me if you've heard this before. J-Dog Super Chat.
J-Dog, save your money.
No, keep it. All right, so J-Dog asked a very, very on-topic question. He said, "Do the Dodgers go after Corey for the fake champ comment?" So a little.
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
Me
I don't
neither.
think they will because look,
Nah, they
there's no.
won't.
It's not substantiated. It didn't come from him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't want to do that. Leave him alone. He just wants to play baseball.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Leave Corey
Yeah,
alone.
it is a good question, but yeah,
It's a fair
they're
question.
They're not gonna say anything.
I think
about
there's
it.
a chance. I mean, if I was there, I'm not gonna lie. I would ask Dave Roberts that question in the pregame scrum. I really would.
You should
Hey,
go
do
to
you-
Texas.
Should we? Too late.
Just get on the road.
Just
get
drive
on the
right
road.
now. You'll make
Hey,
it.
do you think
All right.
Seth Meyers fans like you and I will catch the crappy "leave him alone" guy?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I miss
Writer's
Seth.
strike, man. Jeez.
Can they just fix that
Jeez.
already?
Yeah,
Jeez.
jeez.
I
Man.
honk every day.
Also, I
We're
will
gonna
say,
give them all
Doug
of
did
this.
before the year. Doug did promise that Corey Seager was gonna have his best year. I'm not even joking. He did tell me that.
He didn't before the
told me to
season,
draft him in fantasy. He did say that.
Didn't I tell you guys should go with Seager? I'm pretty sure
Well,
I said
Doug said
something
it too.
like-
Doug said it too.
Yeah, but
We didn't
I
end up
feel like-
getting him.
I feel like I like
Yeah.
my opinion more, but I'm just saying.